Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's makeup tutorial, it's gonna be all about the makeup look that I got in here. So as what you can see, it's very warm and basic as well. Still summertime in here in Vancouver, BC, and I'm not wearing any false lashes with this look. It's just a very easy, and I would say it's an everyday makeup look. Anybody can pull off this kind of look on this type of season. So if you like to see how I achieved the look that I got in here, then just keep on watching. So to start off, I'm just using MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime to prime my face. God, this smells so good. And then next I'm going in with NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the shade DC003. So I am mainly focusing on the inner corner, or mostly on the darkest area of my eye. Distributing the product using a flat synthetic brush and buffing it out using an angled blender brush. Now for concealer, I'm using MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer in the shade NW25, and I'm using the flat synthetic brush to distribute the product underneath my eyes, and then I'm buffing it out with the angled blender brush, and I'm also using the same shade for spot concealing. Now for foundation, I am still on a pressed powder foundation, and this is the MAC Studio Fix foundation in the shade NW25 and NW30. If you guys haven't seen how I do my foundation, the link is just up there, so you can just pretty much click on that one, and then you will be able to see that I do use pressed powder because it tends to be hot in here and I don't want liquid foundation melting on my face. So for setting in the concealer, I am just using the Kat Von D Light and Shade Contour palette, and this is the Lyric and Levitation shade, and I'm using a pointed contour buffer brush from Morphe. I'm also using the same shade to highlight the center of my nose, chin, Cupid's bow, and the forehead. You'll be mine. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Next, moving into the eyes, I'm using the Modern Renaissance from ABH, and our first color is Raw Sienna. This is a transition color, so I'm basically putting it on the crease of my eyes. And I am using a Royal and Langnickel blending brush. And of course, you know the drill, guys. I have to keep on blending. Next, using a Morphe M139 brush, and we are using the burnt orange in the palette, and this is mainly focusing on the crease and the outer corner of the eyes. And I went back and forth with the buffing brush that I was using a while ago to thoroughly blend out all the colors. Still using the Morphe M139, and we are dipping in Real Gar, and this is focusing on the outer V of the eyes. And still I went back and forth with the buffing brush and the Morphe M139 brush just to make sure that there's no harsh line, and we just keep on blending the product because I didn't realize how orange it was until it was literally like on the side of my eyes, and I see that it's really intense orange. Now moving on with a flat synthetic brush, I am going back in again with burnt orange, and this time we are focusing on the lid of the eyes, and using the same shade I am also placing it under my eyes. And this time I went back and forth with a flat pencil brush and a blending brush as well. To finish up the lower outer V of the eye, I went back in with Real Gar, and with the same pencil brush, I distribute the product focusing mainly on the lower outer V. And of course, we have to blend everything out so that it doesn't look so strong and there's no harsh line in it. Now I'm going in with Tempera, and this one is focusing in the inner corner of the eyes. I feel like I need something to pop my eyes open a little bit, so I use that shade in the inner eye. I also use the same shade in highlighting my brow bone. Now to thoroughly open up my eyes a little bit bigger, I use the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Kohl Kajal in the shade Nude, and I'm placing it in the waterline of my eyes. And we are done with the eyes. Now to finish up the face, I'm going in with Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer to put back some color on my face. I'm distributing the product using this large fan brush from Morphe. Now to enhance my cheekbone a little bit more, I went back in with the Kat Von D Light and Shade Contour Palette, and I picked up the shade Somber in Elite Morphe Angle Brush. And basically this one is focusing on the cheekbone. Obviously, this is just to darken up a little bit the contour that we got going on in the cheekbone. I also use the same shade to contour my nose in a flat blending brush. And of course, moving on to highlights, we are using Becca Champagne Pop, and we are distributing the product using a blender brush, and we are placing the product on the high points of our cheeks right now, and moving on and using it on the inner corner of my eyes as well to bring out the pop a little bit more. And of course, putting in some on the Cupid's bow. But who am I kidding? I'm putting in a lot more on the Cupid's bow, and then the tip of my nose, the center of my nose, and of course the chin. And while I'm into highlights, I might as well put it on my brow bone, right? Then I'm going in to set everything with MAC Fix Plus again. This thing is so amazing and it smells so good. To finally finish up the eyes, I'm just curling it, and then we are using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Like I said a while ago, I am not putting in a falsie, so we're not just going once, but we're going in a little bit more than usual on my lashes, because that way you could literally and actually see that I have some lashes in there. Moving back again to the face, I am using MAC Sunbasque Blush in a angle brush from Morphe again, and you know the drill for blushes. You just put it on the apples of your cheeks and then make sure that you blend them all the way up. And voila! We have a curly hair too. I am just finishing up the lips with a Milani lipstick in the shade Bahama Beige. Alright guys, that's it. So I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you learned something new from this video tutorial. Please do check out my Instagram page. I always post my work there, whether it's a selfie or it's a makeup on a client or a model, and that's where I put it up. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I do upload every Wednesday. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!